Good morning, everybody. Let me talk about the importance of the culture and text side in translation. Translation is not a matter of the word only. It is a matter of making intelligible and world culture. Introduction. The domain of translation studies has expanded beyond the limits of language to include the types of the text and the culture of the resources and the target language. Translation theorists, however, showed interest in cultural aspects of translation as early as the 19th century, probably early. Thus, in 1811, the German philosopher Goethe wrote, "Translation involves at least two languages and two cultures." What paths are open to the true translator? The reader to the writer, the writer to the reader have been termed foreignization and familiarization, or domestication respectively. Culture. Culture involves customs of society, religion, values, tradition, habits, educational system, family and social structures, political and government heritage, advanced technology. Culture. Also, Holidays in 1989 adopted a semantic definition when he says that the culture is a set of semiotic systems, a set of systems of meaning, all of which interrelated. Translation. Translation involves two languages and two cultures. Language is an integral part of the culture, and culture is interrelated. Text that involves culture and translation. Scientific text. This is a universal culture. The translation works within a neutral culture. He or she is the most concerned with the content. It is similar to source text and the target text. A little bit culture translation takes place when a text is transferred into another language. Advertisements are couched in their culture so deeply that they fail if they are transplanted into a foreign culture. They are culture specific and the normal cannot be translated. Usually they are rewritten in the new language. Religions, politeness, expressions. They are usually rewritten in the target language. The rest of the articles will discuss translation and culture in literary texts. Relation between translation and cultures. Language is interwoven with the threads and culture and impossible to separate the two. Every act of translation involves both language and culture. One basic purpose why we translate from language A into language B is to enrich linguistic and culture language B. The translation aims at preserving as much as possible the source's culture. He/she translates the content and the style of the source text and introduces this into the target text. These foreign elements are integrated into the target language and culture and become part of the new environment. A translation is an actual mediator who may move from the source culture to the target culture, choosing as much as he or she thinks appropriate to serve the aim of translation. Translation and integration. Domestication and foreignization are strategic in translation, regarding to the degree to which translators made a text conform to the target culture. Familiarization. Familiarization is the strategy of making the text closely conform to the culture of the language being translated to, which may involve the loss of information from the source text, substituting the source culture for the target culture. Limits of familiarization. To match movements towards the new readers deform the original text and destroys the main aim of the translation, enriching the target culture. The main foreign elements of the source text should be preserved. Foreignization. Foreignization is the strategy of retaining the information from the source text and involves deliberate breaking the convention of the target language to preserve its meanings, preserving the original culture. As a conclusion, I dare say culture should be considered a vital component of translation. Lack of adequate knowledge of culture could cause difficulty in comprehending a text full of cultural references. The main aim of translation is to enrich the target language linguistically and culturally. Every language is couched in its culture and it is boastful if a language can be replaced by another without some of the source's culture being carried over during the process of translation. A translator acts as a mediator between the source's culture and the target culture. He or she systematizes the process of cross-cultural translation. There are two main approaches to perform this task. Either the author is brought to the reader, familiarization, or the reader is brought to the author, foreignization. The latter process promotes the enrichment of the target language. Thank you very much.